Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is Sarah with Divine Love Healing. I am coming at you today with a special pick a pile reading. This is going to be looking at what earth sign vibe is going to be impacting you during the upcoming Virgo season. So, just to be clear, you do not have to be a Virgo or an earth sign. This is an energy that is, going to be prevalent within the collective because we are about to enter Virgo season on Monday, August 22nd. And just, want to look at what types of things, could be coming up for you, either something that you should be working with energetically or something perhaps that you need to be letting go of to, move forward on your path. So just to give you guys kind of a quick synopsis, a quick energy update here, we are, about to close out Leo season. Leo season is extremely powerful. I'm sure you guys felt the massive amounts of shifts and transformation. I feel like every year, right, there's just more and more growth and expansion. And August of 2017 was when I experienced my spiritual awakening. But I feel like every July and August, every year, without fail, it seems like there's some sort of a new epiphany, a new, layer that's being peeled away, whether we want it to or not. So we're coming through this powerful time, fueled by fire, fueled by the Lion's Gate, fueled by, our passions, our spark, and just things that are burning away and things that are, being, I guess, in some cases, burned out, right? Whether we want them to be or not. So as we enter Virgo season is obviously earth energy versus fire. This is a time to help us kind of ground because we likely have had some massive shifts that have taken place, very fast moving energy during Leo season. And Virgo energy is much more introverted, introspective. It's, just this grounding that takes place, this integration, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. We need to integrate where, all of the shifts that have happened, we need to process. We need to kind of go within. And there, Virgo is associated with the Hermit in tarot, that major arcana archetype. So that's an energy again of going within and just really, being analytical too, kind of analyzing, all right, what the heck just happened? What the heck just happened? Why did it happen? What does it mean? What does it mean for the rest of my, my journey? What does it mean for what's the rest of my year look like? Where are things that, still need to shift within me? What further changes need to be brought about, right? To get to where I am? How do I want to close out the year? So there's a lot of that energy where you're very much in your head. You may be judging yourself. You may be doing a lot of contemplation about where you're going to go next. So this reading is intended to help you with that. And so we've got a Clover here. We've got a malachite pyramid, and I believe this is green aventurine. This is malachite pyramid, and we've got an aventurine cactus. And so of course, the sun was shining. I had some decent lighting going on here, and now we've had the sun go in. Let me see if I turn the light on, guys, if that helps. I don't know if that'll create a glare. That might be a little bit better so you guys can see the cards and the images better. So I will timestamp these, and if you want to skip to the specific one that you're interested in, you should be able to click on that. There should be what's called a chapter now, where you can actually click on the specific part in the video that is timestamped. So one last thing too, you guys will see I kind of have some earth sign energy here. I've got this butterfly, but it's carved out of wood, and it's got very rustic look about it. I was really drawn to the carnelian for some reason, probably because that's, more like we need to try to ground that fire, right? That sacral energy is coming in, and we need to kind of ground everything and integrate it, right? And use it in a productive manner, right? That's what the earth sign vibes would call for. And then I've got my red rock from Sedona here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I have pre-shuffled just to save time. But you guys know I will list the decks down below, and I do have some other, I have the decks I've used and then some other decks here just in case I need to pull any clarifiers. But what we're going to do, we are starting with number 1 now. And we are going to pull, this is again the Clover. We're going to see what Earth sign vibe comes out, and then I've got a tarot clarifier, and I've got some messages from the fairies and goddess guidance, and we're just gonna go for it here. So first off, safe. Safe is your message, and it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like this is they've got Netflix on the screen. There's some wine, there's some candles. This is a safe environment. They're in a loving relationship, right? This is a woman and a man, but this is safe energy. So we're going to see what, get some clarity on exactly what it is that, you're going to be working with and why safe is coming out for you. Okay, 4 of Cups. And let me set this up here, guys, so you can see this is your vibe that you chose. So we've got the 4 of Cups. I don't know if this is going to stay here. Holiday. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. Okay. The arts. Okay, so we're going to look at these in a bit. Okay. All right. So I think we've got a couple different messages coming in here. We'll get to these in a moment. So what I'm getting right off the bat, with the cups showing up, with this image showing up, I feel like some of you may be meeting somebody during Virgo season, or you have, and again, Virgo season is starting on Monday, so near the end of August, so, and it goes through near the, September 22nd, 23rd time frame. So likely the month of September, or you have, recently met somebody and you're trying to kind of determine if it's safe to trust this person. Is this legitimate? Are they real? And I feel like what you're getting, the 4 of Cups is, it's an energy of, it can be like missed opportunities. It's like I'm holding on to the past, right? I'm so focused on this one cup, like I'm not seeing these others that are still here. And so I feel like there could be some past hurt, perhaps, where you're just like, I don't know that I can trust that I'm safe with this person, that I can open up to this person. And it's interesting too, because I don't know that this has fairies, that all of the, we'll have to look and see, but I don't know if all of this tarot deck always has. So fairies may be significant. You may be getting messages from fairies, asking for signs from fairies about this situation. I'm getting that you should definitely go out and connect to nature, for sure. I mean, as a part of your earth sign vibe, clearly too, you were drawn to the Clover. Obviously it represents luck, right, and prosperity, but it is an aspect, of nature. You can go out in a field of clovers and put your feet in the earth and help ground you, right? But what I'm getting is that there's something that you're just like hoping and praying that, right, this is the cup. This is the cup that you can hold on to. This is the cup that isn't gonna, like, can see it's shining, right? This is, these are dimmed, right? They were burnt out. They didn't move forward. They didn't show up and stay, right, in a safe manner. So what I'm getting here for you guys is that it's interesting too that we have Labor Day coming up very soon here in the U.S. I believe it's right after I know the 1st is a Thursday because I have plans that day. So probably the 4th or 5th, something like that, of September. So here in a couple of weeks. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So I feel like the vibe that you need, you need to ask yourself, number one is, right, if you've not been looking at it, you're just looking to see if this person is trustworthy. Like, do you feel safe with them? Do you feel safe being your authentic, genuine self? Do you feel safe opening up your heart. Are they, how are they showing up for you, right? I feel like for whatever reason, Labor Day is going to be a pivotal time frame for you to know, either, okay, there's some red flags here, and I need to trust my gut, I need to trust my intuition here, I need to listen, right? This is about, this is more of that energy, that contemplative energy of going in. The Four of Cups, a lot of times, there's this sad, this forlorn, like, oh, I'm, nostalgic, or I'm, you know, not looking at what's in front of me. I'm getting, with this vibe here, this person is very much in tuned with what is feeling good and what they're holding on to, right? They're focusing on what lights them up. And if this person doesn't, make you feel safe, doesn't bring you light or positive energy, positive vibes, then I'm getting that you're going to kind of know pretty quickly that it's time to move on, right? But it could be a situation where, maybe, and it could be somebody you've been dating for, a few weeks or a few months, and you're kind of thinking, oh, Labor Day, maybe this is a time to meet the family, and maybe they don't invite you or include you in the family activities, or it could be a pivotal time frame of, is this going to be a committed thing going forward or not. It could just be that you guys spend some quality time. Maybe you go over for, a weekend getaway and you have an amazing time, right? And you're literally, it's like you're walking on water and everything is beautiful. So I feel like, again, I know I keep saying this over and over again, but just very strongly that something pivotal will happen within this connection over the Labor Day time frame. And again, just getting, if it's not a romantic, I'm getting strongly a romantic situation, but, take what resonates, because it could still be something pivotal happening for you around this time frame. I also am getting a message for some of you that you are very much in your creative, you are wanting to express yourself creatively, and you may, just you're not sure if this is the right time, you're not sure if people are going to receive you well, you're not sure that you feel safe to do that, right? And I feel like, within your soul, if you are feeling this calling and if you have these gifts artistically, right, that this is something that you are supposed to pursue during this time frame. And maybe there'll be an opportunity that comes up around Labor Day for you to join with somebody, to either play, an instrument, or to join, maybe there's a festival, right, where you can set up a table and sell some art, or, show off your creative insights that way. And so the reason this one's coming out, not only was that, I remember I said earlier I was drawn to the carnelian pyramid. The carnelian, again, is associated with the sacral chakra, which is our creative powerhouse. It's our source for that. And so I feel like for some of you too, you've really got this fire fueling you, like during Leo season, where it's like, whoa, like I have all these ideas now, or I have this urgency that I want to share my gifts with the world. But now you're just like in this, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to bring it, into reality, right? That the earth energy is, the fire energy with Leo season is like the creative spark, right? Now we're moving into the time frame where it's, earth energy, where you're being called to bring it into reality, to bring it into fruition, to make it tangible, to make it real. And you're like, I don't know if I feel safe doing that. I don't know. The message I'm getting from you is that if you're feeling that calling, the fear is what's holding you back, and that you need to work through those fears. And that's, you need to make yourself feel safe, because I feel like you're judging yourself. Virgo energy can be very judgy. And a lot of times we are our own, harshest critic, right? And, you aren't being given these gifts randomly. You aren't being given these ideas. So one thing, though, this could be for some of you, is you may be trying to judge, or ascertain whether, potential business partner is safe for you to trust or enter into a partner with them. And so again, that's where the holiday timeframe comes in, where there could be an event that happens around Labor Day. I'm saying, earth energy can be very introspective, cautious, slow moving. So I feel like if you are having any doubts or concerns about whether you can trust this person, there probably is a reason for that. And so I would say, just take it slowly and be cautious until you do feel safe, until time goes by, right? And you build that trust with that person. But we have, for the goddess that wants to work with you, if you chose pile 1, is I'm going to say this right, Sarasvati, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. So I'm just going to pull open the box here, because sometimes it contains some more, insight that's beyond what's obvious on the card. And I find it really helpful. Some decks, it's, I don't really get much from the booklet, but this is one that I do. Okay. So your message is, you are a limitless being. If it seems that you have time, money, or other restrictions, it's simply because your mind is focused upon the material world. You can unlimit yourself by lifting the cloak of the material world from your focus. Music is essential for the expression of non-material ideals and energies. Music colors our surroundings with emanations from the highest vibrational fields. It allows us to escape all limitations in our thinking and very existence. Surround yourself in music and allow it to stimulate your own creative thinking and to spark new ideas. Flow with the music and give yourself permission to investigate and experiment with putting your creative ideas into action. Enjoy being limitless. This can also mean play music, sing, dance, draw, paint, write, or do something creative. Study or change to a career that gives you creative freedom. Take a creative class, invest in an artistic hobby. Keep a journal of your creative ideas. Join a writing club or other creative support system. And some of this too, what I'm getting when the beginning of this card was talking about focusing too much on the material world. It could be that you're, in this kind of this fear that maybe you can't make a living, for what you're doing, you're not safe financially. And this isn't, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. I feel like in most situations, the ideal is to try to find balance, right? My spiritual work, me, creating decks and doing these videos, and that is not paying the bills at all. So I still have a day job, right? And I do this more for my creative outlet, for my passion, right? And that doesn't mean I, ended up, having to quit my, my analytical, traditional 3D job, because I have found one that gives me the balance, right? To not be stressed out, to have the time to devote. So I think it's, that could be calling for some of you, not feeling safe that you can pursue, something as a career. And it's like, well, maybe now's not the right time, but focus more on the balance versus it has to be an all or nothing. Okay. So now the message that we've got from the fairy, fairy tarot cards is the Chariot, which is definitely a movement card, right? Let's see what it says here. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. So I think this is just encouragement, right, for you to keep moving forward and working on your accomplishments, working on this this creative endeavor, whatever this is. It's like just keep staying disciplined, right? And I think it's about that balance. It's like, yeah, don't throw all caution to the wind and just, completely just, quit something that is bringing you stability, unless that's something you're feeling very called to do, because I have done that, right? I have done that. And when you're in that situation, you know that you've got kind of a backup plan. You have maybe savings, or you have another potential job lined up, and that, but I'm getting here, it's like the discipline, right? The discipline of like making the time, to practice whatever it is, right? The self-discipline, it does pay off. All those late nights that I worked last year to get, to get the Earth Sign Vibes deck created, to get all of these things done, right? That, eventually it's like planting the seeds, right, for things to move forward. It's like you've almost too, like, you don't feel safe investing in yourself or in this creative endeavor, because you may not be seeing the financial results yet. You're too focused on, well, you know, if I spend $200 on this class, like, you know, when am I going to make that back? Or, you know, where, you know, I don't, it's about planting seeds, right? It's about planting seeds and knowing that it's going to bring, you know, trusting that you're being guided. Dragonflies could be an important totem for you, an important sign. I feel like with this too, within the next, probably, Chariot is pretty swift moving energy that, you know, there could be an opportunity that comes in for you before, you know, the Labor Day time frame for you to get yourself out there. So that could be for some of you. Let's see here. I am going to pull one more card. Feeling called to pull one more card from the I think this is the Oracle of the Fairies. Let's see what we got. So we got everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. So again, that's further confirmation that even if you don't see the results of it yet, right, just trusting that like all these cups are going to light up, all these opportunities, right? When you're trusting that inner guidance, trusting that knowing, pursuing your passion, pursuing that balance, right? Just knowing, all right, I'm gonna stay focused and dedicated and work hard, and, you know, keep something that's got me safe, right, financially, but yet I am gonna take some risks, because if the only thing that's holding you back is fear, then you know it's something that you've got to do, right? If you're just like, gosh, I really would love to wake up tomorrow and be doing, you know, XYZ, and what's the reason that you're not doing it? And if it's just like, I don't feel like I'm good enough, I don't feel like I'm safe, like I you know, I don't think I can put myself out there like that. You just got to trust that, because I feel like this is just like something is just, it's like this light has ignited within you during Leo season, and you can't ignore it anymore. And so I feel like opening yourself up to these opportunities, I feel like they're, you know, again with the Clover too, that's the sign of abundance, that things are going to move forward very, very quickly. And again, no matter what your situation is here, I do feel like Labor Day is going to be a pivotal time for you. So I hope that was helpful for you, pile 1. We're going to move on to pile 2 now, which was the Malachite Pyramid. Whoops. Okay. So we're going to first see what Earth sign vibe is here. We've got committed. Now this is obviously a relationship card, but it can be commitment to other things as well, to projects or whatnot. So let's see. Sorry guys, I have to move these out of the way from. I will stand up. Okay, so there is your Earth sign vibe, committed. So what does this mean? Okay. Wow. Okay. I feel like this. So we've got for the tarot clarifier, and I may pull another one here. We've got the Page of Swords. So what I'm getting is you, or you know, someone that you've been dealing with in the past hasn't been willing to commit to you. Page of Swords for me can be a card where something was cut off and ended, and you know, the communication was cut off. It can also mean that communication is forthcoming. Let me get a clarifier here. Clarifier, please, for the Okay, wow. Okay, so we got, for the clarifier, we got King of Wands, which could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is also just an energy about confidence, passion, and actually taking action. And then I had a couple other cards pop out. We got the Wheel, which is like the Wheel of Fortune. That's things closing out, moving forward, ending a cycle. What's interesting to me here too is that in this deck, this woman is pregnant, right? And she looks very happy. And we also have the King of Swords. So this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So what I'm getting here as far as the earth sign vibe is that somebody, either is coming in and, you're going to meet somebody during this time frame, and there is a potential for commitment to come from this situation, or it's a situation where somebody wasn't committing to, somebody you already knew was not committing to you in the past, and now there's like a higher level of commitment, right? You may have just been dating them casually, and now they're going to commit, right? And you're exclusive, or you decide that you want to live together, something like that. What I'm getting to is that there could have been, for some of you, you could have had a decision to make, right, between a fire sign and a air sign, because we have two kings here. And finally, like, you could be the one that was non-committal because you were like, okay, I don't know who I want to be with. I don't know that I want to commit right now. And so the energy, right, that you're making a decision now during Virgo season is like, all right, I'm going to the Page of Swords, I'm going to finally communicate my truth here, and I'm going to, cut away, like, let this, this person fly, the one that I'm not into, right? And I'm getting, for some of you, that could be the air sign. I was getting that just for whatever reason, because we have the swords and the swords here. I'm getting too that for some of you, if you've been dealing with somebody who's non-committal, they've just like been frozen, like they haven't had the confidence, right? They're just kind of like wooden, right? Does not look like a King of Wands energy that much. I mean, he's like in the tree, and the dragon's kind of circling, but he's like hiding. He's like hiding from his feelings. And then the King of Swords is one that's, on it, he looks kind of cold, right? I think there's even like snow, and the dragon is even blue. So what I'm getting is that the tide, there's going to be something that happens in the autumn, because we've got the Queen of Autumn here. And this could be you could be an earth sign, and this could just be the energy of, because it's, Virgo season, right? This says be practical with respect to how you proceed. So that could be for those of you who do have two kings that you're trying to decide. It's like, the respect comes finally when it's like, all right, I'm going to make a decision that I'm going to commit to one person, or I'm not going to commit to either of you, and just, start fresh and be on my own and be true to myself, right? And that could be where it's like, you're being guided to connect with nature. You're rejuvenated, inspired by spending time outdoors, where it's just like, I'm not really feeling either of these, like, I'm just going to choose myself. I'm going to go inward, right? This is maybe that introspection where it's like, what is it that you actually want? Can you see yourself with either of these people? And if not, it might be time to, speak your truth here and cut ties with them. But I feel like there's something that's going to end and close out here, because we have the Wheel. What's interesting to me is, that there's like a cauldron behind her. This is not a witchy deck, it's more of like a Celtic, but this has like a witchy vibe. So, but I'm feeling like September into October, And October's the 10th month, and this is the 10th, number 10 major arcana. So I feel like something, if the situation's you're going to be asked, or you feel like you're going to need to resolve this, right? And I feel like too, if you are the one that, somebody is not committing to, you're just going to be like, I've had enough. I'm going to like birth my own new fresh start, right? And I just noticed she's like in the center of this wheel, and she's got all these animals around her, and it's just, she's like blissful on her own. She's like got her own existence starting, right? And that's where we've got the connect with nature. And she's sure, like if you could say, what type of would you think this is, if this was a queen, right? You might say this is like the Queen of Pentacles. She's just got like all this stuff here, right? She's got the animals, she's got all of the connection to nature, she's got this bliss, she's got this pot brewing, she's got all these things, right? And you've got the Queen of Autumn here. So it also says the ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So the ability to make anything more beautiful, it's like she's on her own and she's happy in her own energy. So that's number one. But meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So if you've been wanting somebody to commit to you and it hasn't happened, right? You haven't had that king show up. This could be an indication that, you've got somebody coming in who has the attributes that you're looking for, the passion, the confidence, the fire, balanced with the cool intellect and, the good judgment, and somebody who has like their emotions in check and isn't, fire signs can be kind of crazy and all over the place, and I am one, so I'm bashing myself here. There may need to be some heart healing still that needs to be done, to be completed. That might be why you were drawn to this. But I feel like there's, with the pyramid is associated with fire energy, which is like something, with the wheel, you've got something here that's moving forward towards a resolution, right? What's interesting to me too is for the goddess guidance, we've got Guinevere, which is true love. And it says the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So, again, we know how energy works. I could do the same reading in an hour and we get totally different cards, totally different, guidance that comes out. But I do feel like for some of you, there is the potential for this true love, this commitment to come in. And I feel like too, being the vibe that you're working with, or that is working with you, or coming up for you to face during Virgo season, right? Because that's part of what we look at too, is that if you're in a situation where somebody's not choosing you, right, you're starting to realize, this isn't the great love that I deserve. This person isn't going to bring me the commitment. So, that's when you look at being practical with how you proceed with just really just saying, I'm going to choose myself and I'm going to close out this cycle and I'm going to move forward on my own. But what's so interesting, meeting somebody who could make your dreams come true, and then we've got the universe is delivering great love to you. So I do feel like for many of you, and I've just got, I don't know why it's weird, I'm associated now the carnelian pyramid with November, because that's the birthstone is topaz, which that's what it just reminded me of. But this could be something that does come in, or you meet somebody during Virgo season, and then during the autumn months, because we have the Queen of Autumn here, it really starts to flourish and develop into something tangible and real. So I think the biggest thing that, the biggest takeaway here is that the committed energy is, calling to you for a reason. So if you're dating one or more people and you don't see yourself, having a future with them, if you don't want to get to this point, and sometimes we don't know early, right? You don't have to put that pressure on yourself. Maybe you just want to date casually, and there's nothing wrong with that. As long as the other person, isn't pushing you and, they don't, if you want the same things, right? If that, there's nothing, nothing against that. But if ultimately your goal is to get to this point, right? It looks like they're getting married, right? This is a wedding scene. And if this is what you want, and you know that the person that you're with now or spending time with now isn't that person, then no matter how hard it is, right? It's like you got to get that sword out and cut them free, because you're not doing yourself any favor or them any favors by sticking around, right? If you don't see that future with this person, if this person is not this great love, this true love of your life, it's like, you know what? Life is too short. You've got to trust and love yourself and be committed to yourself enough to know that, yeah, I can be happy. I just go connect with nature and find my bliss there. I don't need anything external to make me happy. And the more that you go inward and do that introspection and get in that hermit mode and that self-love mode, the more you get rejuvenated, the more you get inspired, right? Which is what the card says. And the more likely it is that you're going to attract someone in. And likewise, if somebody isn't committing to you, if they're, hot and cold with the communication, sometimes for me, Page of Swords is like that. It's like, which version is going to show up today, or if they show up at all, right? See all the different colors, right? You've got like the neutral, you've got the hot, the passionate, and then kind of the cool. And they may not even show up at all, right? If you're going, if you've got that energy going on, then it's time to, do that heart healing, to commit to yourself, and to say, you know what, like, I'm not going to entertain this hot and cold nonsense. This isn't what I ultimately want. I want this true love, and actually try to plant the seeds for that now, because I feel like, especially with this new moon coming up, the new moon is in Virgo on the 27th. I'm getting that for those of you, who do need to cut ties, right, with something that's holding you back. It could even just be energetic, right? It could be ghosts of the past. It could be just not setting clear intentions. It could be strings, like cords that need to be cut, right? So it might be beneficial for you during the new moon to really set clear intentions on what it is you want to manifest, and also let go of, right, purge and release this energy of the past where somebody wasn't committing to you, wasn't showing up for you. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you chose pile 2, we are going to move to pile 3 now. Okay, pile 3 was the Cactus. So we are going to see what earth sign vibe you guys got. You got grounded. Okay, let's see what that's about. It's interesting because I kept talking about grounded during the introduction. Okay, 2 of Cups. Pull another tarot card and just see what this is about. We have grounded here. Wow. Wow. Okay. I feel like some of you, if you are single, you may be meeting somebody during this time. We have, this is some very positive energy here. We have the 2 of Cups came out first, which is a very beautiful card. We also have 4 of Wands and King of Pentacles. So it's like, whoa. Holy crap, right? This is the Sacred Partnership card. This is the Marriage card, the Stable Foundation, right? And the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, this guy he's got his shit together, right? And the Pentacles, you know, is associated with Virgo season. This could be an earth sign, but this is more the energy of a guy who shows up, he's committed. It's like, boom, like the relationship that you've been wanting and waiting for. But I'm getting here because, you know, the energy that we're supposed to be focusing on or working with during the Virgo season is grounded. It's going to be important for you to stay grounded and not get carried away too quickly. Okay, if this is somebody that you've just started dating or somebody that you're about to meet, right? Because what I'm getting, if you see the first card that came out, this woman is literally like, she's crowning this guy. He's on his knees in front of her, and she's like, "You're my king." And it's almost like, even though he's bowing before her, it's like she's ready to crown him as it. Like, oh my God, yep, marriage, King of Pentacles, you're my king, you're my person. It's almost like, you know, there's an energy where you have, you know, you could have this person on a pedestal. Like, don't crown them too quickly. Stay grounded and, you know, connect to nature. And I feel like too with the cactus, right? The cactuses, you know, they have the I don't know if they're called spines or thorn. They're not really thorns. I don't know. I know there's a technical term, and I should know this, but you guys know what I mean. They can stick you. You know, I mean, they look like, you know, beautiful plants, but, you know, if you get too close to it, right, or don't handle it properly, it can stick you, and it can be very painful. So I'm getting that it's important to not get carried away too quickly with something. Although I feel like we do have very positive balance that could be present with this relationship, but that's what we want to just make sure of, that it does stay balanced, that that you don't put them on a pedestal, that you don't ignore any red flags, and that you don't move too quickly. We do have from the Oracle deck, healing, healed, healer. Healing energy surrounds you and this situation. So I don't have the booklet for that one, but I feel like there could be just still an unhealed part of you that is likely to like latch on and, you know, again, crown them too quickly. So Spirit is really cautioning, you know, stay grounded, just, you know, stay anchored and try to stay balanced. In this deck, for this Fairy Tarot, we have the Justice card, which in this one is an 8. In a lot of them, it's 11. But this one says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. You will win in the end, but it's being cautious. Take the time to review the details carefully. Just take the time, you know, to get to know somebody. Stay fair, stay objective, stay grounded, you know, stay balanced with your head and your heart. That's very important. Okay. So for the goddess guidance for this one, we got Ostara, I don't know if I'm saying that right, fertility. So it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So again, I feel like this is a time where things could be very prosperous, right? You may have really been, been trying to manifest this, since the spring, planting the seeds, just really saying like that you're ready to bring this person in. And so again, it's just stressing you to not get carried away too much in a fantasy, because I feel like this is, look, it's like it's Rapunzel, like she's got this long hair, and just don't get too caught up in a fairy tale is what I'm getting. Give it some time to make sure this person is showing up for you in the ways that they should be. You may want to watch number 1 as well, because that kind of talked about some kind of timing and pivotal things about feeling safe. Okay. And this is talking, okay, so this is associated with the fertility too, with the bunnies, and it's got the Easter basket with the springtime. So I'm going to read from the booklet. Springtime is any time when the light increases within your mind and entire system. If you feel dark, heavy, or depressed, then you can lighten up by fueling yourself with positive intentions, nutritious foods, and anything that sparks your feelings of love. Surround yourself with beautiful flowers, brighten the colors in your wardrobe and home, and draw back the curtains to let in natural light. You can paint a sunnier outlook within yourself, which will give rise to all sorts of new opportunities. Since like attracts like, feel more energized and powerful as you spruce up your inner and outer worlds. Then capitalize on this increased vigor by starting a new project that really makes your heart sing with this excitement. So this card can signify pregnancy, so for some of you, you may want to be careful if that's not something that you're wanting. This is about, it can be about child conception, adoption, custody, resolution. So for a few of you, we do have the Justice card. If you are in that type of situation, a dispute, something like that, that is a favorable outcome, that things will go the way that you are hoping. Let's see here, what else we've got. Your desire will fully manifest in the springtime. There will be a resurrection of the old. Your new idea or venture will be successful. It's an opportune time to make life changes. So for some of you, you may, if you just meet this person now, right, we're in Virgo season, you've got, if you give things, take things slowly, stay grounded. Obviously, usually you kind of know somebody's true colors, right, and how things are going about 3-4 months in. That's when, people really start to reveal their true selves. So by spring, it's like, okay, I've not put this person on a pedestal. They're still here. Things are still great. We're working through things. And this is, now to a point where I can say, yeah, this person is a King of Pentacles. They're strong, they're sturdy, they're trustworthy, and it's leading to commitment, Four of Wands, right? So that's why springtime could be referenced and important here. But what was interesting too was resurrection of the old. So for some of you, you may have someone from your past coming back to bring justice to a situation, right? To start over with a new beginning, a fresh start, to heal the situation, right? To make it right. And that is a situation too where even if you've known this person, for years, and they're coming in, I also forgot, guys, we've got the Ace of Wands here, with a fresh new start, with this passion, this fire, this new beginning. You've got to stay grounded and not put them on the pedestal. They have, it takes time for them to demonstrate that they are a King of Pentacles and that they are solid and that they're trustworthy. And so it can be hard at times to not get carried away, but that's the biggest thing I'm getting with you during Virgo season, is to stay grounded, to get out and connect to nature, and stay connected to yourself, to your own inner goddess, to your own knowing, if somebody, are they following through with what they're saying? Is it just words? Is it just this fantasy of like, I want to do this with you and we're going to do these things? And then do they actually back it up, right? Do they talk about it and get your hopes up? Or do they ground, do they bring it into reality and show up as the King of Pentacles? So I feel like you'll know, right? You've got this goddess energy going on with the Virgo, the maiden, this time frame where you're really going to know and start to connect to yourself, connect to the earth, connect to nature, and really just kind of know, okay, this person is full of BS, or they really are showing up differently this time, or they're showing up differently if it's a new person than anyone else ever has before, right? So I would just say that you should, not ignore your gut, your intuition, and your inner guidance, and just trust and flow and see what transpires. Because I do have very good feeling about this one. I have a good feeling that this is something that has the potential to be very solid and last, into the springtime and beyond, with the Four of Wands showing up and the King of Pentacles. But again, just try to take it slowly, right? Virgo is very much analytical, very much, you know, very introspective and questioning, and you know, they don't get carried away with like more the fire energy or the watery or the fantasy, right? It's like, all right, let's see the facts. Like, how is this person showing up? What are they doing? You know, really judging and looking at for proof and evidence, right, of the way that the person is presenting themselves, right? So I hope that was helpful, guys. If you would like to look into your specific situation, you know, this type of a reading, we can look into the Zodiac, your astrology, your natal chart. We can do romance readings. I have a wide variety of different formats and pretty much any customizable type of reading that you would like. So please contact me. That information is down below if you're interested. Take care, guys.